Okay, this is the DengueProtector 11-in-1 device. Alright. Firstly is you have your bamboo holder, and then people normally buy the manual cover. So this manual cover, the first thing they do is they ask them to remember to cover, they always forget to cover. So what happens is the thing dangle there, and when it rains it collects water, and this become a breeding ground also. So actually breeding two times. One is the bamboo pole holder, and the other one is the dangling cover. Both collecting water, both breeding mosquito. So this device is actually an 11-in-1 device. The first problem is forget to cover. It's now an automatic system. So that means you eliminate the first problem, forgetting to cover. So now it's always covered for you. As you can see, no mosquito, no rainwater will ever enter because it's covered. Alright, so basically you're safe. Now this is actually an 11-in-1 device. So now I bring it to the next one. Your pole holder is elevated 15 degrees. So all the HDB bamboo pole holder metal one, they are all elevated. So that's why it rains, water go in, because it's elevated. So what we did is we created a forward protruding front. So in other words, when you install it, it's still flat. And then as you can see, this area is like a baseball cap, always limiting the amount of water. So now we go to the second bad habit. If somebody puts in the bamboo pole, right, and they leave it there and they leave it there for 1 month, they don't remove it, it becomes a storage area. So now if the bamboo pole inside, like that, this acts like a baseball cap, it limits the amount of water actually entering. And should the water enter, right, there's a, the lid will actually push the water down to the side.
The side where
there's a water barrier inside that will stop the water, and then there's a water drainage below that will drain out the water. So even with the bamboo pole in there for 1 month and it's raining, all the water will not be able to go into the bamboo holder. It will be stopped by the water barrier and drain off by the bottom. So that's the second bad habit, which is leaving bamboo pole out there. And if you leave your bamboo pole out there, your dangling cover can always collect water again, and then you're unable to cover it. Okay, so that solves the next problem. So we go to the next one, right? The next one is HDB's metal holder. The old ones, right, 44mm, they paint over it. So these lines here you see, right, this is called dimensional expansion. Dimensional expansion means that it slopes up, becomes tighter and tighter when you install it. So therefore, if you got 1 layer of paint, 2 layers of paint on the metal holder, this actually goes in and scrape away the paint, and then scrape away the plastic, and then it fits tightly. Okay. So if it's 1-2 layers of paint, no problem. But if your HDB bamboo pole holder is painted like 5-6 layers, like very old, very rough around, you can take a metal hammer and you knock it on top 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, knock it to the side 3 times, knock it to the other side 3 times. The paint will come out, and then you can just install it. Okay, this is the amount of space that's required.
So it will definitely fit.
Yeah, up to the water barrier. So the thing will stop at the water barrier. All you have to do is either scrape the paint away or knock the paint away. Depends how thick the layer. Okay, no matter what, it will still fit in. So that's 44mm blue for the old HDB units, which is about 30 years old these days.
Alright.
So that's dimension expansion. As you can see inside here, there's a spring. It's stainless steel, it doesn't rust. It is J-shaped, the design. Okay, and that's how powerful it is. Alright, so J-shape means like it is exactly the same as your wooden peg. You know the metal thing on the wooden peg? After 10 years the wood fall apart and then the metal is still very strong. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, so it's a spring stainless steel, but it's very strong.
But the ones on the clips are not stainless steel.
That's right. So this one is stainless steel. Okay, so we go on to the next one. Now, if you have a bamboo pole and it's with a blanket and it's wet, it's very heavy. This is plastic, this is metal holder. Plastic will always break, right? Yeah, so no, because of this design here. Okay, this curve, actually, what it does is when you put in a bamboo pole, okay, with the wet blanket that is heavy, it doesn't rest on the metal. I mean, it doesn't rest on the plastic. It actually misses. Yeah, it rests on the metal holder. So all the weight actually goes to the metal holder. This is like a shell, you know, around, covering around. So the bamboo holder is actually a cover. That's why it's a cover actually. So basically your bamboo pole will never touch the plastic. Okay, then inside the plastic, okay, this is high density plastic, as you can see, it won't break. Okay, it can take up to 60 kilograms of weight. That means if you're 60 kg, you stand on this, it won't break. That's how strong it is. And then in addition to that, inside the material there's a UV stabilizer. So this UV stabilizer, that means under the sun, it doesn't crack, doesn't break, doesn't crumble.
good.
The only thing you see is probably the color fade away. That's it.
But that's it.
So that that one is not a
Functional,
problem.
Yeah.
So why? Now, if you install this as a cover and you don't ever use it, okay, you just cover because you don't want mosquito to come out or go in. Okay, so basically it can stay under the sun. The prototype is already over 7 years.
Okay.
So that means we expect if you don't use it to go over 10 years. But if you use it, the usage brings it down because of the the wear and tear. Now, this lid, very important. This is the one that makes this into a trap, a mosquito trap. Okay. When you have a metal holder, and when there's a lot of water inside, we tell people don't worry. And when there's like 100 mosquito breeding inside, we tell people don't worry. And then there's mosquito eggs inside.
Don't worry, because they can't come out.
Yeah, because mosquito eggs can actually survive for 5 years without water.
Oh my God.
That means 5 years later, the eggs touch water. In 1 week, everything will hatch. So mosquito eggs can survive 5 years, and that's why you get outbreak every alternate seasons, because of the mosquito eggs can survive over 5 years. So now we tell you don't worry. The moment you install this is a mosquito trap. All the mosquitoes inside here can't escape. All right, and then they will all die inside. After 1 week, after 2 weeks, after 1 week or 2 weeks, the water will dry away, and there's no water means the eggs won't hatch. Okay. Now, should you install a pole inside? Guess what? The mosquito still can't escape because you must study the biology of mosquito. Okay, you ever see a mosquito land on your finger, right?
Yeah.
You ever see a mosquito run around?
No.
Okay, this is the secret. Mosquito can't run around. their legs are not designed to actually run around. Their legs are actually designed to push. So that's why they got stealth. So we use that against them. So in order for them to move, they need to fly. In order for them to fly, they need about 10-cent coin hole space. So there is no 10-cent coin here, no 10-cent coin here space. You need a round space 10-cent coin to fly. Okay, even if it's open and the bamboo pole is there's no 10-cent coin. They get stuck inside, they trap, they die. Okay, so basically they require a 10-cent coin for their wingspan.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, so basically mosquitoes can't escape. So you got a product here that actually is a mosquito trap. And we only require this lid for 1 to 2 weeks. And then it becomes a trap. So the mosquito after 2 weeks start to die off. Okay? The water will start to drain off.
And then that's...
Yeah, so in other words, when this lid, if I now break it after 2 weeks, it is still functionable. So what we tell people is normally after 2 to 3 years, even if this lid breaks, don't worry. Because the design is designed to ensure that we minimize the water going in, it stops by the water barrier, and then it all drains out, which means no water means no breathing. So you are still safe. Even without the lid, that means we're seeing to the future and telling people don't worry, the lid breaks. It's okay, carry on using it, it's still working because that's the original design. The reason why we came out with this lid is because I saw a mosquito come out from the pole holder and then I said, okay, we need to solve this problem. So it's actually not to stop water entering, it's actually to stop mosquito coming out. So that's why it's a mosquito trap.
Very good.
And then an automatic,
well thought through.
So basically that's the 11 features. There's actually more. This tool here is actually high density plastic. You can take a metal hammer, put a cloth over it. Okay, when you install it, you can knock left, right, left, right, left, right. It can help to enter if it's too tight for you. If not, you can just twist the thing and scrape the pin away. Because it's cylinder, right? So easy to squeeze and
feel the inside of it.
There you go. So this is for the newer models of HDB, which is
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Save the fizz, save the flavor of your beer or soda. Fizz Saver. Wow, amazing. For over 7 hours, you can keep the flavor. Turn your soda can into a bottle. Carry it everywhere, can you follow? Turn your soda can into a bottle. Carry it everywhere, can you follow? Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. It never gets flat. It's the best thing for a drink in a can. Redefine the way you drink. Save the fizz and the bubbly. Yeah. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Save the fizz, save the flavor of your beer or soda. Fizz Saver. wow, amazing. For over 7 hours, you can keep the flavor. Turn your soda can into a bottle. Carry it everywhere, can you follow? Turn your soda can into a bottle. Carry it everywhere, can you follow? Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. It never gets flat. It's the best thing for a drink in a can. Redefine the way you drink. Save the fizz and the bubbly. Yeah, yeah. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, twist it. Slide it, lift it, snap it, drink it. 5, 4, 3, 2,